I'm Yimin, 23 years old this year. So I'm currently working full-time at a local children's charity and also studying part-time at SIM. First heard of it was through a friend in JC because he was one of the teams that took my YFC. So I volunteered under one of his fundraising initiatives. But it was only after I graduated from JC that's when one of my JC friends actually searched for team members on his Facebook. So I reached out to him. Together with two other friends in secondary school, we formed a team. Yeah. After I moved on from A-levels, I knew I wanted to work in the social service sector. So instead of going to university, I decided to gain on-the-ground experience. So I went to volunteer at a few other charities, and I was also working full-time at another charity back then. Very Special Arts Singapore, VSA Singapore. So when we first took part in it, we were looking through the whole list of charities. Back then, we felt that a lot of charities was focusing on asking for donations, but VSA stood out to us because they were promoting the talents of the beneficiaries, and there's an element of independence, and that's our vision because we feel that all charities, they should go towards the for-profit model to be sustainable in the future. So we chose VSA. So we did like street sales of merchandise. So we actually got people, like artists from various backgrounds. They are professional artists from schools, from different institutions to actually draw onto tote bags and onto like some of the notebooks that we actually saw sponsorship for. So the theme was about Ubuntu. So Ubuntu actually means I am because of you. So I mean, they just let the creative juice run free. So we sold all these tote bags and this merchandise at different events. So I think that was what stood out in our project because we got I think we were at 10 to 20 over locations and we worked with 10 over different corporate companies. So that was our main focus. It's also through those events because what we did was we managed to get to those NParks art market. We got to those flea markets, and we also were invited by, I think, the National Library Board to actually feature some of our merchandise. And we worked closely with Timbuktu because they sponsored us 10 of their Timbuktu bags, and we got other artists to draw onto the bags. And so we featured the bags at their stores itself together with VSA leaflets and information about the beneficiaries. So we focused a lot on getting ourselves out there, setting up booths, setting up shop to promote VSA while at the same time fundraising. The power of collectiveness. Like at first we named Ubuntu simply because we really liked the meaning, like I am because of you. But it was throughout the journey we realized that, you know, in terms of giving back to the community, through this journey, right, I think one lesson that stand out to us is the power of collectiveness. So our group name is Ubuntu, which means I am because of you. It's like I can't be here today if not for the help of others. So our project would not have been successful without volunteers, the corporations, the teachers, and a lot of other family and friends that actually chip in their support to help us. So likewise, it's not just for our project. I think when you do anything in the society, especially when it comes to helping one community, we can never do it ourselves. Everyone must come together, and everyone can come together. So it was at the end of the journey, then we realized that, wow, we did so much things, and it's because of the kind of help that we got from everyone around us. So the power of collectiveness is something that I brought on. This lesson is something that I brought on the rest of my life through this journey. Yeah. I think to the public, what we want to say is because VSA is helping people with disabilities through arts. So the message is that everyone is different, but not any less. Because there's a lot of customers or donors who feedback to us like, you know, are this merchandise made by the beneficiaries themselves? And they were very surprised. So that's the thing, like, if we look past beyond the superficial disabilities, right, all of us have our own strengths. So different but not any less is the message that we wanted to bring out to the public. I want to say like there's many high points because like the way my team works, right, was that all of us were very busy, and there was a lot of times where we were very demoralized, to be honest, because I had full-time work. I think our team leader was in NS, the other two was in university. So it's very hard to schedule everyone's time, and time management was a huge issue to us. But what we did to constantly motivate ourselves is to celebrate every small little win. Like, I remember during the first day of our street sales, right, we raised about $2,000, which was a surprise. We counted all the money together with the volunteers itself, and we counted to the very last cent, right? We were all very happy, even though it's just street sales. And another high point for us was getting in all the sponsorships. Each and every sponsorship that got in us, right? We were very happy because, like, who knows, like, big corporations like Timbuktu and all the other flea markets would actually respond to our emails, because we were just students back then. We don't have any networks. So we were very surprised that all these corporations actually reacted to us and are so willing to actually lend their resources to actually help our cause. So because we did a lot of events, like I mentioned, right, it was almost like flea market at every weekend, and we had different flea markets at the same weekend. So we actually faced like a shortage of manpower despite having a lot of volunteers. So we were very stretched, and it was a very stressful point of our time, of our lives. I think what I did was we actually stationed a few volunteers instead of like we tried to have many volunteers at one station as possible. But during that few weekends where we are tight, right, we stationed like 2 to 3, and the team leaders, which is 4 of us, will go down to different locations to man for a few hours. Then we will rotate. So because we just can't let the volunteers run the booth themselves, and it's very unfair for them. There are certain queries they might not be able to handle, and we are the ones who we are the reasons why they actually came on board. So I think it's only fair that you are there together with them to push for the cause. So it was really a lot of running about, stretching ourselves, and going the extra mile. Yeah.
So,
yes, actually, it was after this journey, then I started working like full time at a local children's charity. So, and I'm currently working at the headquarters doing corporate partnerships. So what we do is we work with companies to do CSR and for sponsorships. So for our team, right, like I mentioned, we had a lot of sponsorships and worked with a lot of companies. So that was the moment that it struck to me that the business community is ready to give back. It's just a matter of waiting for people to reach out to them, waiting for opportunities that they can cross synergies with. So, and I was very interested and inspired by whatever we have did, whatever my teammates have did. So that's why I joined the social service sector. And I think it's also because BSA, like I mentioned, there's a lot of talents in BSA. So never knew that, these people, they're so much more talented than me, to be honest. I can't even do half of the work that they did. So that's why that changed my life. It was life-changing, and the fact that I'm really full-time in the social service sector and I'm studying psychology, it was all because it all started with the YFC journey. Yeah. Yeah. I think we thank them all, but not enough. Okay, like firstly, the sponsors. We do give them a weekly update of what we have done, but never really got a chance to really meet them up for dinner after that and thank them and truly share with them the success of our story. Because Project Ubuntu, even though after YFC ended, right, we actually went on to do other projects as Ubuntu. Our mentor, he was very kind. Unfortunately, I forgot his name. Yeah, but he gave us a lot of feedback, and even though he was very busy because he was working at Citibank, right, but he actually took the time to reply our messages, and he even went down for a lot of our events to give us our support together with his girlfriend. So the volunteers, because we had a lot of volunteers like from NJC, from ITE, from our secondary school, so they hit out the streets with us. All the weekends burned. I mean, weekends was very precious to us as youth. So I'm thankful for the volunteers, and I think more importantly, my teammates. Because we are in the journey together, I don't think we really consciously thank each other. We are grateful for each other, so we all have our strengths, we all have our weaknesses, but I don't think I would have made it that far. I don't think we would have made it that far without any of our encouragement. And I think 4 of us are workaholics, that's why we are able to push the project to that extent. I think taking action is as simple as getting yourself off the chair and doing something about it. A lot of people these days, right, have the idea, but I think we need more people to do something now, not tomorrow, not next week, but today. And I think that's what separates the ordinary people from change makers. So change makers are doers, not dreamers. So if you're thinking of taking action, take it now, because there's no better time. Yes, it's going to be a hell of a roller coaster ride. There's going to be a lot of obstacles. I think as youth, we are all very eager to see results, and that's good. But at the same time, you must be patient. You shouldn't look at the plants that we harvest today, and you should look at the seeds that we plant today. Yeah.